Well, today's the day. The new purchase is coming. What is it? Well, good morning, everyone. It's October 18th. And yeah, we have an inch of rain. So we're not going to be hauling bales for a little bit. The marsh will be wet in some spots, especially in some of those lower spots. So, and I got a phone call yesterday. The new purchase is coming today. So what's going here? A pen scale. Yes. Junior flipped his lid and decided to buy a pen scale. I was looking at upgrading our scale anyways, and I almost bought a single animal scale here this summer. A digital one. Our old one is sitting back there. It's an old beam scale. It works okay for the few calves you want to do, but it's definitely not legal for trade or anything like that, or I wouldn't sell cattle based on those weights. So anyways, there was some changes that were this summer in our, or there's going to be changes. There is changes in our marketing strategy. No more Brandon stockyards. The executive decision from higher management, I guess, the owners of Heartland Livestock, decided to close the facility in Brandon after almost 60 years in business. The facility was tired. It's in the middle. The city of Brandon grew around it, and it's not the greatest place to take cattle in there, especially if it's like my dad. He didn't want to drive the truck and trailer in Brandon, which I understand. Like I said, tired facility with the city of Brandon growing around it. And when Keith left the manager's position about 3 years ago, there was a short-term manager that came in for a few months. It only lasted a few months. And with all his wisdom, he decided to change the sale dates from Tuesday, which was, to me, was the sweet spot. That's why Brandon did so well all these years with that Tuesday sale. The early week sale seems to work great out here for feeder cattle. He decided to change the sale dates from Tuesdays to Fridays, which basically buyers were big pushback on that, and consigners didn't like it either, so they didn't bring their cattle, and business crashed. And then the owners just seen what was going on, so they ended up hiring another manager that was part of the auction mart before, Brad, and he did a bang-up job trying to revive it, but once the business got lost, that was it. They just decided that's it. So whatever, that's the way it is. Times change. Everybody moves on. So what did we decide to do? There's an online platform to sell feeder cattle called DLMS, Direct Livestock Marketing Service. We actually did that for 2 years back in 2010 and 2011. We did it with the steers only because it was, at that time, it's still preferred to have full loads of cattle, of the same type of cattle, to make this work properly and get the good prices. So we did it for 2 years, and it worked good for us. The first year we ended up the weighing conditions were in Brandon. It had to be weighed in Brandon with the pencil shrink, and it worked out good. The only thing is we had to the guy had to load the cattle, to unload them in Brandon, to reload to go to their destination. Second year, we did it again, and it was a local buyer that bought them, and he phoned me up about the time we were ready to load them out. He says, would you take a little bit extra shrink and we'll weigh them at my place? So I said, yeah, that's quite fair. We can do that. So those 2 years, everything worked out well. But then the third year, we had basically two distinct groups of cattle, and we kind of been going back to the stockyards ever since in Brandon. So now that I've been toying with the idea of going back to this system, and this year it seems like part loads of cattle are selling just as well as the full loads. So even if we had, say, 2/3 of a load or 3/4 of a load, I think it'll work out fine. Our odds and ends will probably take them to either Melita or Verdun. I don't know. I'm kind of leaning toward Melita right now, but anyways, that doesn't matter on our odds and ends. The heifers, we're thinking of doing this online thing too. Again, it's going to be kind of a half, 2/3 of a load kind of thing, but I'm rolling the dice that it's going to work out as good, if not, well, I don't know about better, but it'll be hopefully as good. You gotta sometimes throw the dice and take some risks in life. So yeah, that's what the changes that are upon us. Sometimes you have to go out of your comfort zone when you want to do something different, but I guess that's what you got to do. Well, it's a little bit later in the day. Hopefully you can hear me with all this wind howling, but they're showing up here about 3 o'clock or 3:30. So I decided we had some bridge timbers. I thought maybe we should put that underneath it just so to get airflow underneath the scale. Wouldn't hurt, maybe. I don't know. We'll find out when they come whether I made the right move or not. But just plunk it right on gravel like that, I thought. I did go and look at a scale that was the same brand that wasn't too far away, and I thought they were fairly high up, but they're not. They're only about 6 or 8 inches off the ground. So what you see when I did here, when I leveled the ground off, there's a bit of a hill here. So you can see there's probably almost 10 inches to a foot drop from the bud box there into the scale here, and then I had to put extra gravel here for slope and to keep this level. So I'm going to see if that's going to work. We'll see what Big John has to say, and we'll wait for him to show up. Well, here she be. Rice Lake Livestock Scale. Right now they're going to their picker truck, as you see. They got there's tie hooks inside at each corner at the bottom. I thought they would have pulled from the top, but no, you got to pull from the bottom. Says it weighs about 3,000 pounds. like I might have to go and help.
Where are you at?
I'm gonna maybe steady that thing. Okay, yep, you do what you gotta do. Well, we got her set down. We just gotta readjust the truck so we can slide her back.
A corral come across, right? You
Yeah.
can plug it in there.
There's you can put your pipe, okay.
And they're both. These doors are reversible.
I see that, okay, because I might be reversing this door. The other one I can make do with what I got.
Usually, once it's in the spot, we usually take these out so they don't hit the
legs and that.
And it just
Yeah,
unbolts.
that's simple. Yeah.
Pulls on this all four corners. You can keep those somewhere. Just put the bolts back in.
Okay.
But yeah, these doors are basically reversible. So.
Okay.
Should we butt that one, palm this one with a down?
Well, it looks like it's reasonably straight because that bubble is right where it's supposed to be, in the middle.
So right now she's in.
That's how you take it out of transport.
Yeah.
Just pull the.
Yeah.
Okay, here's
All right.
the.
Scale indicators in the box.
Yep.
Connection. Dust cover. All right. You don't have any power.
No power? Oh, maybe the water. Start clear.
Check.
Okay.
1. Oh, wait,
One.
no.
180
Oh,
pounds.
hang on.
Clear.
Clear. Oh, hang on. I did that wrong. Okay, I screwed up.
Start.
Start. Okay, now it says start. 1. Clear running totals.
Check mark.
Check mark. Okay. Now,
Print.
oh, that's what it was.
Print. 1.
Number.
1.
1.
Enter.
Enter. Ah!
There you
Next
go.
one's in print. 3. Enter.
Print. 3.
Enter. Enter.
Enter.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So the next one is print. Whatever. Or just print totals.
Total.
then-
Total.
Draft count 3. Total head count 10. Total weight 860, whatever. Shrinkage 830. Okay. Okay.
If you press the shrink button, you can change the shrink to 3, 5.
Yeah. Well, actually, that's where we're looking at. Shrink it
most,
4.
most guys want it set to 4.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
we've set time and date. To set time and date, you see the 2 arrow buttons on the round key. You see the enter in the middle?
Yep.
So press the 2 arrow keys, one going left and right at the same time.
It says log in. F5.
Just a minute, let them come out. That could be. That's gonna be annoying.
Okay. Alright, so this is where you can set time and date.
Mhm.
And you just press this button. So when the time changes, you just clear that and put in 3. Fall back.
Yeah.
For right now it's 4.
Yeah.
Enter,
Enter.
enter, enter, scroll down. And once you think all the rest is right, this little arrow gets you out of it.
Okay.
And then you go out of it again, and then you're back to your main screen.
Start. Okay, let's start.
Check mark.
Check mark. Okay, we start. This is start check mark.
You can't give.
It's
say
a little
go.
sticky.
Now we have.
Just a minute.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
He's got to get in there first.
That's right.
Okay, so he's in there. So print,
Print. 2 head.
enter.
Enter. And then
Print,
print.
head, 8, 9,
9.
10, enter. Print, head,
Print. 4.
enter. Then when you're all done, total, just total.
Okay. There's going to be a little bit of practicing. Good thing for YouTube. We can go back on the videos.
There you go.
Everybody else out there, you remind me.
190.
So, okay.
So did you get a good shot of me so I can see this on the
Yes.
YouTube? How's that?
There you
You're
go.
welcome.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Thank you, John. Appreciate this.
I'm just going to check one setting here for a moment.
Yeah.
So the login is nothing then, or is that
No, that's
just
just
you
for me.
guys? Yeah, okay.
That's just for me. And it's basically your grandmother's PIN number, 1111.
Oh.
Does he need to be out of there?
Nope.
Okay.
No, I'm just setting
Fine.
the filtering just for cattle. We kind of line it up with the S's there.
Now, if these cattle are rambunctious and racing around, do they have to wait before you set it?
It will
Does it
print
tell-
within 15 pounds.
So I got to kind of wait.
Sort of weight.
Okay.
Like if it's flashing 200 and 205, it will print. But if it's flashing 450 and 400, then it won't print. You'll have to let them kind of calm down a little bit.
Okay.
But I just bumped the filtering up, so that should hold it a little bit better.
So it doesn't really lock it then.
No, No, we can't lock it because it's
Okay.
legal for trade.
Gotcha.
It has to be.
Okay.
But if we need to change some filtering, we can do that. I just bumped it up. So it should be good, but the Measurement Canada sticker's on the top.
Yep.
So she's legal for trade.
There should be.
And
Okay.
you'll get a certificate in the email from, it's through the Measurement Canada website,
Okay.
and then you just print it off. And for whatever reason, with cattle, once it's certified for life. It's not like a grain elevator that's 1 year recertification.
Okay.
Or seed farmers are 2 years. Cattle is nothing. There's no research at this point.
At this point.
And fertilizer, there's no.
Well, what's the recommended?
I always tell people, 3 years.
Okay.
I could do it every year for you, but you don't. Or let's say you're going to do a big lot, and you've got a big buyer that's going to buy,
They want to make sure.
and they want to make sure. So then you've got that Measurement Canada piece of paper. We've had it tested by an authorized service provider. It's all good, ready to go. So that's what we recommend.
Okay.
Like even fertilizer stuff, we test them every year, but sometimes we don't certify them every year. Just we don't need to. But if we put a new indicator on, yes. If they do some upgrades, but with the fertilizer scale, with this one in this position, I can put enough weights on here to certify it. Excuse me. With a 50-ton overhead fertilizer scale, I can only put 5 ton on, right? So then we have to put product in 3 different levels to check it. So it takes time.
That's where
But
it
so we
takes-
and they have to have a truck to unload it after. So it's sometimes better in season to do it because then they're
Yes,
moving grain
yes,
anyway,
yes,
right?
yes,
Or
yes,
fertilizer.
whatever. Okay.
So, but yes, thank you very much. That's your book.
Okay.
I'll
How
get
much
you.
it cost to get it certified there so often?
The Measurement Canada part's $300. You're an hour away. It'd probably be about $1,000 to get me out with the big truck and test it. And that, I wouldn't come out for a special trip. Not that you're not special, but we kind of do.
Special.
Yeah, you're special.
I can vouch that he is special.
I'm starting to like you more and more already, Mike. But no, we would do it like, if we're in the area doing a nutrient ag site and you said you wanted it done. And that's why, sometimes people get scales from somebody else and they tuck them in a building like that where I can't get to it,
Yeah. See, and I told him to put it in there.
You told, yeah.
which is great.
Which
But
can't-
even here, if you built something, even if it was only 10 feet high on that side and come up on an angle,
Kind of like the
Like this.
like the loafing barn
Okay.
there. Yeah.
so picture me, what I just did with the crane, right? Come around, drop weights in,
Right.
and it just makes it quicker.
Are those the weights you use?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they're 500 kgs
I
each.
see that. Yeah. Well, it's after supper, about 8 o'clock. Decided to get a 360 hinge put on this panel for the winter watering site so we can have a swing gate in the alley of the corral. Got that done up. Front wheel assist come home yesterday. Thank you, Roland, for bringing it back. Can't see the scale, but it's over there. It's in place. Another day done. Another bunch of money spent. Oh well. Why did we buy a scale instead of renting one or loading the cattle and unload them at another place or whatever? I got to thinking about it, and I wanted the cattle weighed before they loaded. Basically, they load. This way, they don't have to be loaded and then unloaded to get weighed, and then loaded again to go to their destination. This way, once they're weighed, they go get your pay weight, and they get loaded on the truck. Go direct to where they're going. It saves time for the buyers and the truckers, especially the truckers. At this time of year, they're busy as hell as it is. They don't need extra work goofing around with loading and unloading cattle unnecessarily. So I decided to just buy one, a scale. Renting one, I guess there is a guy that rents one. I don't know where. I think somewhere in I was told somewhere around Moosomin, Saskatchewan, there's a guy that rents a scale like that. And I thought, time you get everything set up and get everything coordinated. And I wanted to upgrade our scale from what we have. We're definitely going light years ahead for what we had, that's for sure. Did we go overkill for what we need? Possibly, but at least we can maybe weigh some cattle during the wintertime, see how they're gaining. I remember one other YouTuber mentioning you can't manage what you can't measure. And I know having a scale on our wagon sure helps a lot. Saves a lot on feed, makes things a lot more efficient. So as far as having a decent scale to weigh cattle once in a while, I think it would pay to have that too, just so you know how they're gaining and how to tweak your rations. And it just allows you to do more things, I think. So, yeah, I was hoping to maybe show you how the DLMS platform works, but I went to log in at home there at supper time, and there's nobody that's so far. Well, on the weekend they don't list any cattle, and I looked on there to see if there's anything listed for next week, and so far nothing yet. But probably starting Monday there'll be cattle being listed for the Thursday internet sale. So if you want to log in, it's dlms.ca, Direct Livestock Marketing Service. You'll have to create a password and a username. Don't worry, there is no personal information being traded, so don't worry about that. It's just for viewing, basically for viewing only, so there's no need to give personal information. So for those of you that like surfing the internet, there's another place you can go and surf. And you just check out you can check out all the sales on there. Purebred sales, feeder sales, auction mart sales. There's even the odd farm sale on there once in a while. Bred cow sales. What else? There's even livestock shows advertised or shown on DLMS. What else? I've seen different things being broadcast on that. So it's probably in Canada, that's probably the most popular website for those kind of platforms for the livestock business, for viewing sales and whatnot, bidding and whatnot. So check it out. I want to say a special thank you to John at Scale Solutions over in Brandon, Manitoba. He's your far as we're concerned, he's the go-to guy. Very personable, and he explains things right, and yeah, just he seems like he's been in the business. He's told me since 1990, I think. So he's been at it for a little while. So he knows his stuff. So shout out there to John. Thank you very much. So on that note, I guess we'll call this another video. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.